Hi everybody, this is Roxy and I wanted to share how I made my overhead camera mount. A lot of people said they'd be interested in finding out. And so what I did is I went on YouTube and I searched overhead camera mount. In fact, actually, I started this last June. Bought all this stuff last June. I had a video that I thought, oh, that's perfect. I put it in my playlist, and at Christmas we finally got time to make a little camera mount. Went to the playlist and the video was taken down for some reason, so I had to go back to square one and watch all these videos, and there was nothing that I saw really worked for what I wanted and what I had in mind. And I could not remember at all what the other one was like. I had the measurements, but I didn't know, what went where. So anyways, I watched a bunch of videos, and I kind of came up with an amalgam of some of those. Like some of them, the way they made it, they said, well, then you have to flip the video when you're editing. I didn't want to do that. None of them, there's only one where a guy who obviously is an engineer, all he does is draw out the diagram of it. And I'll post that video down below because you might get ideas from that too. But even his, I didn't like the mount for the camera. So what I did was let me show you. I'll use my little big scratch pad. It's all PVC. Mine cost $7.50. That's the beauty of this. Plus, I wanted to be sure that I could take everything apart and set it aside or put it away if I didn't, wasn't going to be filming for a while. Or I could disassemble part of it so that it's not always on my craft desk or work table, whatever. I didn't want it to be too elaborate. Some people were using flanges. They're the things that are round and then you can bolt it into your table or whatever. So then the stand would be in here. They could bolt it in their table, or someone were bolting it onto 2x4s, and I thought that's just way too much. So most of them are making them like this. So this is all PVC pipe. So there's an elbow here, elbow joint here, and the elbow joints look like this. It's all PVC. I think these are about 25 cents or something. Anyways, and then an end cap here, and then these are all PVC pipe. And for mine, I used one PVC pipe that is a 1/2 inch by 5 feet. And I will show you the measurements of all the pieces. So then I used 4 elbow joints, 2 T-joints, which look like this, and those go here because that wasn't an elbow joint. I lied. See, I already lied. I used 2 elbow joints. I'm sorry. I put the T-joints here because I brought another piece of PVC back here so that it would stabilize the mount. Because without those, like a lot of people were making them, this will have a tendency to fall backwards. So the way they were overcompensating for that was to put an extension, a T-joint up here, put an extension out here, and then mount their camera on there. And I just didn't like, because then you're trying to mount, screw the camera, blah, blah, blah. So I like this better, and my idea or theory was to measure, the measurement of this and this should be roughly the same. So this piece is 26 inches. These are 15 inches. These are 8 inches. And these are 5 inches. And then most of them also they'd either put a T-joint up here, they'd cut this piece in half, put a T-joint up there. Instead, what I did, because a lot of them then, your camera mount, depending on the kind of camera you have, you're going to have to flip the video when you're editing, and that's what they all said, and I didn't want to have to do that. So what I did, and by the way, you can have your hardware store cut all this up for you. and they will drill the hole. I had the hardware store drill my hole just because I was drilling it through a round pipe, and I thought that's going to be a little hard. Scrubby cut all my pieces up for me though. So we just had the hardware store drill a hole right through this pipe up here, the top pipe, and then we put a carriage bolt in, and the carriage bolts are, what are they? Oh, they're right here. This is a universal size for any camera, phone or otherwise. And these are 1/4 inch by 1.5. So that's your carriage bolt. Okay. And then I added 2 metal washers, and those are, what were those? 2 metal washers. 1/4 inch to go over the carriage bolt. And then I added 1 lock metal washer, and those are like, that's what these look like. They have like cuts in them so that these are kind of bent up, and then it'll kind of grab the PVC when you screw it. And then on the other side, that's on the back side where you are, and then on the front where my camera's mounting, I added 1 rubber washer like this. And why I added that, and see, nobody did it, I came up with that on my own, I'm real proud of myself. Why I did that is because when you're screwing on your camera, if it's camera on PVC pipe, it's not going to get any kind of a tight screw, where this, the rubber will kind of cushion that and kind of grip it. So it works perfectly. My camera doesn't move up and down, you know, like go kitty wampus like that, or like that. It's perfect. So that's it. Okay, so I've got 2 caps, 2 T-joints, 1 PVC pipe, and 4 little end caps, these things. And that's just decorative, and those end caps look like this. They're hollow. They just go on the ends. You don't even have to have them, but it's just kind of nice and decorative. And so I had those, and these are all 1/2 inch sizes. And I mean, it's $7.50 for everything. So, and that's buying a bag of carriage bolts. I think these were like $1.79 or something for the whole bag. And then these washers, the rubber washers, were the most expensive washers for 39 cents. Other they were like 9 cents or whatever. So that's my design. I will show pictures so it all makes sense, and give it a try. It's super easy. PVC is not hard to saw. You just need a coping saw, and those look like this. I think that's called a coping saw. Okay, or like I said, it looks like a meat cleaver. Actually, I better do that. Or you can have the hardware store cut it. Every hardware store will do it. Ace drilled my hole, and I'm sure Menards or Lowe's or Home Depot or whatever will cut your pipes. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.